What's going on, people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing well today. Well, unless you're a City fan, because you deserve to be happy because you've smashed Chelsea, you've knocked out Chelsea out of the FA Cup, and you'll be facing either Oxford or Arsenal at the Etihad. So, yeah, you deserve to win. You are better than us, you've got a better squad than us, you've got a better manager than us, so they deserve it. But if you're a Chelsea fan, you're just like me, just like in the last video. Chelsea right now are embarrassing. They're disgusting. They're in crisis. They're just an absolute joke. Yeah, an absolute joke. When we faced Man City this season, we didn't even score. They didn't score in the Carabao Cup when we lost to them 2-0 at the Etihad. They didn't score them 3 days ago in the Premier League at Stamford Bridge. I didn't even score against them earlier on today. Didn't score. We conceded 7 goals. So what does that tell you? Man City are the best team in England. They are a tough team to beat, but sometimes they can be beaten, the likes of Brentford and all that stuff, and maybe Liverpool too this season. But remember, when they were in like this a couple of seasons ago, they went on an unbeaten streak and won the league. That's why I feel like Man City are going to win the league because even though they have a slow start, I believe that they will do the streak and they will continue on to win games so that they can win the league for another time. So for me, that's why I have them first. For me, if I was to be honest with you, I would have Arsenal win it rather than City. But because Arsenal are Chelsea's rivals, I would have City winning it. But we shall wait and see who wins it at the end of the season. So yeah, so good luck to Manchester City for that one. In terms of Chelsea, this team ain't good enough to compete or let alone win anything. We've already out of the Carabao Cup, we've already out of the FA Cup. There's only one season where we could win a trophy, and that's the Champions League. But do I really think with this squad under Graham Potter that we're going to win it? No. 0% chance of not winning it. Because there's some players out there that needs to fucking leave this club. Because this result and the performance, especially the first half, is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. To go 3-0 down like that it's disgusting. The second half, we were a bit better, but there was no time because 3-0 down at half time means it's game over for the opposition. There's no way back. And when I saw that happening, I knew that we ain't going to score. Even though we're playing a bit better in the second half, I knew I ain't going to score because we lack creativity. There is no heart, there is no passion, there is no desire, there is nothing in this team. And I keep on saying this every single time because they keep on winding me up. Like, how comes you have a really good performance and then the next game you have a terrible one? Like, honestly, it just doesn't make any sense. There is no consistency in this team whatsoever. Like, honestly, like, it's just, I'm just getting to the point where I just cannot support this anymore. I'm not saying that I won't stop supporting Chelsea, but I cannot support this players, everything. From top to bottom, it is rotten. From the players, the manager, the owner, the recruitment of this club is just not good enough. Even the medical team is the worst. Everything about this club is just rotten from top to bottom, rotten to the core, and I simply had enough of it. And I hope some of you guys that call me a terrible fan deserves this. Some of you, not all of you, some of you. Because I someone DM'd me before the season when they saw that video and gate. Hold on, why are you saying that Chelsea are gonna struggle? How dare you say that? You've got a better squad than Arsenal, than Tottenham, than Manchester United, which I do agree. But come on, man. I'm only saying that because of our pre-season. Look at our pre-season. Lost against Arsenal, lost against Charlotte on penalties. Just managed to win 1-2, which I've forgotten. And then we beat Udinese. So 2 wins, 1, 2, and 2 losses. Yeah? So what does that tell you? That Chelsea are going to struggle. They're playing like a mid-table team. They ain't playing like a title race team or a top 4 team. Yeah? If you look at the table, We are 10 points behind Manchester United in the top four, and we're 10 points above the relegation zone. Mid-table, Chelsea Football Club, spending all this money and play this badly. It's not good enough. And I know people don't talk about injuries. Yes, of course, injuries are really concerned, but I ain't gonna use that as an excuse. We should do far more better than this. But you know why? We didn't do what Arsenal did. We didn't get with Deadwood and sign some world-class players. I really hope that Todd Bowley in January and in summer does what Arsenal did, which is get rid of Deadwood players the likes of Kai Havertz, Pulisic, Ziyech, Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho, Azpilicueta, and all that stuff, and bring in a backup player who can play better than them. If we can do that, then possibly next season we can be in the title race and we can talk about this. But you know it's not going to happen next season because we need a massive rebuild. And it's going to take a long time before Chelsea get back the way they should do, which is challenging for the title, saying that they're definitely going to finish in the top four and maybe win a trophy. It's going to take a long time because it ain't going to happen this season, next season, 2 years, or all that stuff. It's going to take a long time. I know people want to say, no, you can definitely do it next season, but it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. You know why? Because the recruitment of this club is simply unacceptable. Unacceptable. I'm hearing that we ain't going to sign a right back. Really? This is what I keep on telling you. Yeah? I really hope they can prove me wrong. But if not, then that proves that I was right. I was right to criticize the players, the manager, the recruitment of this club, everything. I just don't have faith in this team anymore. I just don't. Because they don't give me the belief. The performances are getting worse and worse and worse. And what did I tell you before the World Cup? If Chelsea continue to play like this, we are going to get worse and we're going to drop more points and we're going to be below 8th. And someone in the comments saying, terrible fan. Really? Before the World Cup, guess where we sat? 8th. If we look at the table, January the 8th, we are in 10th place. And now the teams are starting to creep us up. If we lose against Fulham and Crystal Palace, we're going to get below 10th by next weekend, next Sunday, if we lose against Fulham and Crystal Palace. Because those two games, I'm not confident. And then we got Liverpool. I ain't confident. I feel like that's going to be a draw. I don't think both Liverpool and Chelsea don't win because we're struggling and we're shit. Yeah? But before that, Fulham are above us. And they haven't been Chelsea since. So am I confident in this game on Thursday? No. Crystal Palace, we do beat them, but the way we're playing right now, I just don't feel like I'm going to have any confidence in that game. My prediction is going to be like a draw. Because when I predict that at Selhurst Park, we've already seen one. But I don't think we're going to win this time. I think it's going to be either a draw or a Chelsea loss. I don't see us winning that game because Crystal Palace next Sunday. Because you know why? I don't have faith. They're not putting in good performances and they don't do this consistently. Where was the heart? Where was the passion? Where was the desire? There was nothing. Nothing. It's simply not good enough, man. Simply not good enough. Now, let's talk about the goals before I talk about the players and who I think was terrible and who I think was a bit good. The first goal. Why concede the free kick? Why did Koulibaly do that? Honestly, he had a terrible game. I give him maybe a 2 or 1 because that performance was unacceptable. Conceding the free kick and letting Riyad Mahrez takes it. You know how Riyad Mahrez loves to score against Chelsea. He scored in the Carabao Cup, he scored in the Premier League, and now he scored in the FA Cup against us. Yeah? And it was a really good free kick. Could Kepa do more? Maybe. So I feel like Kepa, another game, he had a really poor game. I don't know what's going on with him. Before Manchester City, he was good. But now, the last two games, Kepa is poor. Like, I don't know what's going on with him. I really hope he doesn't continue like this. I really hope. But today, Kepa was poor, and Koulibaly, disgusting performance from him. Shocking from him. The second goal, Kai Havertz. This is exactly why I want this guy to leave the fucking club. This is why. Today, he was shocking. Why handball? Why do that? Why let the team down? When it's 1-0, we can still have a chance. But to concede the handball just like that is honestly shocking. And I'm glad he took off in the second half because he is the worst player for Chelsea Football Club. The worst player. But people is going to say to me, oh, why so low about Kai Havertz? He's gone in the Champions League final against Manchester City. I know that. But that was 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago that happened. I don't want to focus on the past. I want to focus on now. And right now this season, he is not good enough. And then when Alvarez scored that penalty, I I thought to myself, you see, Kai Havertz let the team down just like he always does. Kepa, unfortunately, could have done better, but it went the right way. But I'm not going to blame it on that one. I blame Kai Havertz here for letting the team down. Because if it was 1-0 at half time, I would say to myself, we still could have a chance, you know? We still could, but I still don't think we're going to win. But when it was 2-0, I'm saying to myself, you know what? I'm so glad I didn't predict to win or a draw. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Because I'll be deluded. I think to myself, why did I do that? My prediction was 2-0 Manchester City. This is worse. But I knew they'll win. So that's the only thing I got right. Look at the third goal. Look at the third goal. This is how you score a great goal like that against a top team. This is how you do it. Nice packet of passes on the left and right hand side. You know, Foden feeding the ball to Alvarez. Alvarez fed the ball to Kyle Walker on the wide. He fed the ball to Foden and then he put it in the back of the net. Foden, who wasn't good against Chelsea 3 days ago, was brilliant today. So I'll give him that. But where was the defending? And I feel like Kepa should have done better with that one too. You know, the first and the second goal, he should have. The first and the third goal, he should have done better with that one. He should have done better with that one. But where was the defending? Why was Koulibaly just standing there and just allowing Kyle Walker that much space? Why? Like, I feel like from now on, this guy should never ever start. In the back four, put Lewis Hall there, put Trevor Chalobah on the left, Thiago Silva on the right, and Azpilicueta's right back. Simple as that. Koulibaly can never ever play for Chelsea. I thought when we signed him, he's gonna be like the player from Napoli, but instead he ain't. He is worse than that. Like honestly, man. Like if Koulibaly continues like this, then maybe we went wrong for signing him. But you know why? It's because the recruitment of this football club is shocking. I keep on telling you this. Do not support this team because I knew that after Tommy Tuchel got sacked, everything is going to get worse. And it has done. So I just knew it straight away. I absolutely knew it. So Koulibaly, I don't know why he was standing there. For me, he's just not good enough. Not good enough. And then look at the fourth goal. Again, him, fouling Alvarez. It, when I saw it the first time, I said it's a penalty. He could complain all he wants, but that's a penalty. You cannot push a player, and he didn't win the ball. So for me, that's a penalty. And then Mahrez scored the second one. This time, it was a better penalty than Alvarez one because Kepa went the wrong way for the fourth goal. So for me, that was a better penalty. And that was 4-0. And like I said, in the second half, we were a bit better. But I just knew we ain't going to score because it was too late. 3-0 down, it's game over already. But you know why it's better in the second half? It's because he took off Kai Havertz and brought in the forward that we signed for Molde, for Fana, and then he took off. Let me see, who did he took off? Let me just have a look very quickly. He took off. He took off. Wait, who was playing? Oh God, I think it was. Yeah, he took off Kovacic and put on Dennis Akawa. Like for me, I thought that was wrong. I'd have taken off Jorginho and put in Dennis Akawa as a DM because I feel like Kovacic wasn't that bad. You know, he wasn't that great, but he wasn't that bad. Jorginho was worse in that midfield, and the same thing goes for Conor Gallagher. He was terrible. I'd have taken off Jorginho and put in Dennis Akawa. Graham Potter, once again, getting things wrong. Why did he not start Dennis Akawa or Mari Hutchinson, Kali Chukwuemeka? Why? They had a really good performance against Manchester City. Like, why take off players who had a really good game last one? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I want Graham Potter to stay, but it looks like his game management is just beyond me. It's beyond me. Like Graham Potter needs to fix this from top to bottom, otherwise he is under some serious pressure. For me, I don't want him to get sacked. For me, but there's some fans that want him sacked and Thomas Tuchel to bring back. I don't think that's going to happen because they've already given him a 5-year deal. So what's the point here of sacking Graham Potter and bring back Thomas Tuchel? It doesn't make any sense. It really don't. I understand for frustration, but for me, I don't want that to happen because we're gonna waste another time. We're gonna waste another time and another waste of money. We got to remember that Graham Potter, yeah, before he came in, he didn't sign anyone from in the summer transfer window. So why sack him? For me, it just doesn't make any sense, man. It really doesn't make any sense. So for me, I'll still see Graham Potter, but he needs to really fix this because he's under some serious pressure, and there are some players that are not playing for him, which is not good, which is really not that good. So he really needs to fix up, man. It ain't good enough. So for me, the only players who I can give praise is probably Dennis Akawa. That's it. Everyone else, just just go back to London, hang your head in shame. And we were lucky to concede 4 because it could have been 6-0 like it was under Sarri 4 years ago. We were lucky to concede 4. Man City had the most better chances than Chelsea throughout this whole game. So we were very lucky to concede 4. But other than that, we're still out. We still didn't score, and Man City destroyed us. That's the 3 main talking points throughout this whole game. So for me, Dennis Akawa, the only positive player. The rest of you, hang your head in shame. All of you. Worst performance, worst result. I know I should not be angry, but I should be because this team just ain't good enough for me. It's not good enough. Simple. Everything needs to be fixed. Otherwise, the whole situation could get even worse next season. And I hope it doesn't happen. I really don't. So we shall wait and see. But yes, guys, just wanted to say sorry I didn't do the match preview, and I'm sorry I didn't do a live watch on because I was too busy. So just came back from home. I did watch the game um while I was in the place, so that's why I had to do this video for you guys. So if you guys agree with anything I said, let me know in the comments down below. And if you did enjoy it, make sure you click the like button. Don't forget, if you're new, hit the subscribe button below. Hit the bonus notification so that I never miss any of my YouTube content. And yeah, I mean, if you want to make me feel happy, just make sure you guys do that because you guys are the only people that can make me feel better. But for Chelsea, the Chelsea men, nah, they just make me feel like this every single time, and I don't it. I want to be happy, laughing, and all that stuff, but I can't because they always let me down. Always let me down, and it's just not good enough, man. It's not good enough. So yeah, our next game is against Fulham. I'll be definitely doing the live watch along and the videos on that one. So make sure you guys check that out. Do I think we're gonna win? Absolutely not. So let's just I just want this season to end already because I'm just tired of this team. I just really am. It's just not good enough, man. Really not good enough. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.